Do you hate ads? I hate ads. You know what I love? Patreon.com/inkdependence, where patrons get access to a patron-only Discord, ad-free videos, and the joy of knowing they help support this channel. Hello folks, welcome to Inkdependence. I'm Mike, and today I have a package from JetPens. It's been a little while since I've done a JetPens unbagging, so let's get in there. I'm using my little tactile turn rock wall here. This is one of the first versions, I believe, that has this flipper on it. Really nice little knife. A gift from a friend who I thank very much for that. So we'll set that aside until we need it later. All right, so this is a bit of an eclectic collection of things. I got a link sent to me by my wife, and I was like, oh yeah, that's really cool. And then I found another thing. I was like, okay, fine, it's time to get this. So let's go ahead and get in here. Firstly, I have this. So this is one of the Midori printable stamps, and I have another one or two of these around, and they are really fun. They're kind of like a self-inking or self-re-inking stamp, and this one with this sleepy cat I kind of had to get due to how many cats we have around the house and how they help me with these videos oftentimes. So let's see if I can get into this package here. Oh, what's going on? Is it it's taped. Rock wall. Get in here. There we go. All right, so these are called Paintable stamps, and they are, let me check the site here. This one was $10.25, so not the cheapest of stamps around, but it is a really fun stamp, and it looks like a cat, and you can add these to headers and planners and all kinds of things is the idea, and you can write over them with no problem. Also, this is a really interesting stamp style. I'm not really sure how it's inked, or I don't know how the heck this thing works, but it works really well. So check these out online at JetPens. They have a bunch of different styles. Let me dig out my other one right quick. Here's the other one I have, which is a bunch of birds on a bunch of wires. And these are actually very nice stamps that work really well on all kinds of papers. Let me go ahead and grab just like a little Rhodia sheet here to write on, or I guess stamp on at the moment. There we go. So the birds, put this on the back. Go like this. It doesn't like ka-chunk or anything. It's just a little stamp pad sort of situation that just gives you a very nice, clean, and write-onable set of things. This one gives you a bunch of little lines. I write, you know, lists and little notes and things like that. Addresses can go on there, that kind of jazz. And I also kind of had to have this sleepy cat because that seemed pretty great. And you can write on the cat if you want to. Just a little hello. Like that. Really nice stuff. They don't smear. Oh no, it's smeared. Oh no. Oh man, it's smeared. I didn't wait for that one to dry at all, did I? I put it on Rhodia and then didn't wait for it to dry. Bad, Mike. I haven't tried that before. How about that? Are we dry now? Oh, it's taking a little bit of time to dry on Rhodia. Give this time to dry. Because after it's dried, you can write on it. You can like smear fountain pen ink over it and that kind of thing. We'll try that later if I can remember to come back, but I wasn't expecting it to smear. Bad birds. We'll come back in a minute. Let me let that dry. Rhodia is a coated paper, and so it does take some time for ink to dry on it and that sort of thing. So that could be part of it. Interesting. We'll come back to that. I was not expecting that result, clearly. All right. Next up, this is something that this is something I've had in my cart for a while. And I've really been interested in some of these Kokuyo scissors. There are all kinds of weird scissors out there in the world, and I didn't have any of them. I've just got very normal scissors. Well, they're pretty big. These are extreme edge titanium, but I mean these are great scissors, but they're only scissors. This is a two-way sort of situation that does scissors and also sort of like a box opener sort of situation, which I mean I open a lot of boxes. I'll probably keep using pocket knives for this kind of thing, but for opening other boxes and things like that, this might be really interesting to have. You got this little switch here. It's supposed to expose like a little bit of cutting edge. I don't know. We'll have to see how this works. Let me open this up here. Okay, that was easy. There's a little sheath. That's good. Does it say stuff on the back we can make out? You can cut strings with it. Great. You can open packages. You can cut off mailing labels. What does this do? All right, looks like a two-step operation. Let's see what this does. All right, so scissors. Yep. Do you work? Are you scissors? Yep, no problem. Works as scissors. Okay, so in order to do this thing, it says first slide this. Does this slide? Doesn't. Oh no, they're pointing at this thing. All right, so this. Oh. Oh, interesting. Okay, so usually the scissors stop there, and that keeps this cutting edge, which is, I mean, fairly sharp, but not like a razor or anything. I wouldn't run your fingers along this, though. This feels sharper than my normal, feels so much sharper than my normal scissors. So yeah, do be careful of that. Look at that edge on that thing. That's actually kind of serious. A lot of times I'll test a knife blade by going sort of like this and across it. Let's see what happens if I just run it across this. This is like a legit knife. Well, it's not as sharp as a pocket knife or something, but it does definitely... Oh, that's pretty sharp. Okay, be careful with these scissors, y'all. Don't get a finger in there. Let's see, does this still smear? No, now we're good. I just went way too quickly the first time. All right, so it says you push this forward, and when you do, you can see it sort of compresses. And then you have this edge up here. So what's it saying? Oh, to put your finger there. All right, so move that forward, and you can put your finger here for just like weight, and then go like this. And that will let you expose the cutting edge. Well, I don't need to cut here now. Let's see. Well, can I cut this open? Let's see. Oh, hello. Yeah. Okay. So that's yeah, that's actually pretty effective. How about that? Interesting. All right. So that's why they give you this sheath, because otherwise you're like, whoa. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So you push this in here, it goes like that and snaps closed. So that is not opening accidentally. Then, let's see, do we go like this? No, it doesn't matter what you do with that. You just kind of pull up and out, and it'll come out. Doesn't give you any instructions on that. I guess you just got to figure that out yourself. But yeah, these Hakoake scissors. That's pretty impressive. So do be careful with these. They are sharp. Not the biggest scissors. I like these a lot because I've got big hands, and this lets me put like a lot of thumb and 3 fingers in there. And it also is a very long cutting edge, whereas these are fairly short, but this is only scissors, and this is scissors with a cutting edge. So how about that? All right, Kokuyo, let's see what you're up to. That's pretty neat. These go for $12, and they come in a few different colors. There's a turquoise, there's a pink, and there's a gray. The gray has this like kind of cool, I don't know, like brassy, bronzy kind of coating on the blade that looks pretty neat, but I don't remember that being available when I was looking at that, so I just like didn't do that. But yeah, the green is very nice anyway. So all right, cool, green, cool. All right, let's see what else is in here. All right, a little bit of washi tape because I could not leave this one behind. This is a brand called Girl of All Work. I don't really know what that means, but it sounds kind of fun. And yeah, this is washi tape with pizzas on it. This was $3.75, and for $3.75, 10 meters of pizza washing tape was definitely going to go into my cart and then directly into my hands, because man, this is really fun stuff. Can I get this out of here? Let's see. There's not like an easy way to open washi tapes a lot of times. You just kind of gotta just manhandle them until you get them open. Don't want to use my new scissors on them because I don't want to cut the actual washi tape. Aha, there we go. All right, we are free. All right, so no branding on here after you take off the lid. There's no like writing on the inside. So Girl of All Work doesn't care if you remember that, I guess, after you have opened this. But where's the edge? I felt an edge. There we go. All right. All right, so there we have all kinds of pizza flavors. We've got like just cheese. We got like a supreme pizza. We got a mushroom and mushroom and pepperoni maybe. Man, look at all these pizzas. I don't even know what some of these are. Straight up pepperoni pizza, regular old pizza, it's cheese. Got some like big pieces of mozzarella. It's like a margarita style pizza or something maybe. Yeah, fun stuff. Anyway, pizza washi tape. You know that was coming home with me for sure. I am addicted to a pizza. So probably gonna have pizza tonight. As I'm recording this, I'm thinking I could go for some pizza right now. All right, let's get back into this stuff. One more stamp because I couldn't leave this alone either. This is a stamp that I had on my list for quite a while. I was just kind of like waiting for it to come into stock because there are a bunch of these, and some of them they're all sort of like reactions. There's like one that says cheese and has like a person holding a camera, and there's one that says cheer up, and it's like a ice cream sundae. They're telling you to cheer up, and there's like a birthday cake and a cat in a house saying bye. Like they're all kinds of weird things, but this one just looks really fun. This kind of disgruntled traffic cone. I was like, all right, traffic cone. Oh, it's the same kind of stamp. But these are meant to go into your planners and say stuff. This is the caution one. I don't actually know what it says there. It might say caution, but it might say something else. So, let's see. This is pretty great. I really like this stamp. I like the stamp style too. I don't know if I can re-ink this if it runs out. I'm not very familiar with these kinds of things, but they're pretty great. The Cafe Diary stamp there. So yeah. Oh, let's use Google Translate. That'll tell me what it is. Caution. Yep, just says caution. Boop. I like that. Caution, be careful. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna use that for, but this little disgruntled caution cone I thought was very fun. So I got that. All right. And that caution cone was $6.50. So $6.50 and like $10. I don't know. I'm spending a lot of money on stamps lately, but I also kind of like stamps a lot. So there's my invoice. Let's chuck that over there. All right. So now we're down to pens, and I got 2 sets of pens here. Yep, that's it. All right. The first ones are these, which are FriXion Synergy Knock. I saw somebody on, I think the penaddict Slack it was, who was posting about these. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I have tried a bunch of FriXion pens, and I remember early on being really disappointed by these because they just like the ink was really weak. It didn't look good on the page. It erased just fine, but that wasn't really enough to save it because I didn't like writing with it, you know? But these FriXion Synergy Knocks are supposed to be really good. And this is actually a FriXion Clicker 07 that I got not long ago that I've actually really enjoyed using. Let's see, does this stuff erase or anything? Does it still smear? No, it's fine now. No, nothing like that. So each of these has a little rubber or plastic nubbin on the top, and they erase via friction and heat. So if you write something and then leave it in your hot car in the summer, it will go away. But I was pretty happy with the way that this blue performed when I was writing with it. I think it looks nice enough, and it erases very nicely. You can get back at least most of what you wrote by throwing your work in the freezer, by the way, is a little trick. So I'm gonna grab another piece of paper since I've cut this one and all that. So I know these FriXion Synergy Knocks are supposed to be better than the regular FriXions as well, and they're sort of like a synergy between needle points and regular like roller tips is I think what the deal is with these. They also have a different body style. They actually feel really nice in the hand. They're a little bit slimmer. Let's see, are they slimmer? Maybe a little bit slimmer than the regular FriXion clicker, but they work the same way. Both you push down the knock to make it work. Let's take this up. Can I? There we go. Get some extra force. Yeah, so there's the synergy point. That's a really interesting point there. It is definitely a different type than I've used before. Also a little bit smaller, I believe. What size did I get here? I got the 0.5s. I think these also come in a 0.3 and a 0.7 or like that. This set is not particularly cheap though. That's the only problem with these. This is the 5-color set. Comes in 0.3 and 0.4 millimeters as well as the 0.5. And this was $30 for this set, but it is a whole bunch of them. And so I wanted to give these a try. So thank you very much, patrons, for throwing me some Patreon money so that I can just, spend on weird things like Synergy Knock FriXions. All right, so okay, this is the black. We'll go ahead and scribble out a bunch of these, and then we'll take a look at them here in a bit. All right, that's actually pretty impressive. I think all of these wrote really pretty darn well, actually. I think. Well, here's my larger one. Put this one in here too. I think the blue is pretty well the same as my blue, but definitely a lot finer. Not a lot. Actually, it is quite a lot finer. The black is perfectly cromulent, a little bit on the gray side perhaps, but good enough, I think, especially when you had in the extra bit that you can erase these really easily. Green for gel pens is usually pretty good, and I think this is good. I like this aqua quite a lot. The orange is pretty nice. The orange is maybe a little bit on the pale side, but I think it's going to be totally fine. The red, good bold red. The pink, totally readable. So that's good. All of these seem very nice. Let's go ahead and just like erase a little chunk out of the middle of each one. Yeah, they all erase really well. That's just a quick little pass across it with the back here. And also the backs don't seem to ever wear out. I've never worn one out because they're not like, I'm not It's not eraser dust, right? Because it's just heat. So a little bit of friction does that. So for the summer, not a thing to leave in your car, but these are really, have come a long way since their inception. And I'm psyched that they are still improving on these, because I know the friction is super popular in Japan and in the planner community and that sort of thing. Yeah, pretty good. I like the points on these. I think they feel nice. So yeah, pretty darn good. And $30 for, how many of these are there? For 8 of them is, let's see, that brings it down to $3.75 a piece, which is a little bit on the spendy side perhaps, but not bad actually. $3.75 seems like a fine price, I guess, for these things. So yeah, that's neat. I've only seen these on JetPens. I haven't seen them elsewhere, but if you find them someplace else at a better price, I mean, go for it or whatever, but you can find these at JetPens. All the information here is in, as far as I can tell, Japanese. So I don't know if they actually sell this Friction Synergy in the US aside from like JetPens and such, but seems cool. All right, one other set of pen things here, and that's these. So my wife Audrey sent me a link to these. These are Writech 2-in-1 retractable gel pens, which is interesting. I actually thought these were going to be inner gels, because I thought they were kind of like these are not inner gels, rather Sarasas. So Sarasa has these vintage color pens. This one I obviously haven't uncorked yet, but I have a bunch of these around. I really like these vintage colors, and these are a dual pen. They are 2 different colors in each pen here, and I actually thought they were that because I was like, oh, look at that, that's cool, and I just like threw it in my cart. I didn't even really do any more searching there. So we've got vintage and black, I think, in each one. Vintage color plus a black color and super smooth ink flow. So I've never used anything by Writech before, I guess. For writing, journaling, note taking, sketching, quick dry ink, Writech.com. All right, interesting. So this is $8 for the set here. So $2 a piece. They have a little ear here that you poke down. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and take off the little tips on these and just give them a try, because why not, right? Okay, so I'm only going to use the black on one of them at the moment because I assume all the blacks are going to be the same. This might be a bad assumption, but I'm going to go ahead and make it anyway. Let's do a little bit of scribbling here. All right, so there's the colors. The black is a very nice solid dark black. That's good. The blue, very vintagey, this sort of tanny taupish color. I think that's pretty fun. The maroon is very good. The maroon might be my favorite here, although that tan is good. The lavender is a little bit on the light side perhaps, but I think that's going to be totally fine. And these are the kind of pens that I will definitely be using for things like writing in my planners and writing notes like in the margins of papers and things that I'm teaching on. Because there's nothing better than having at least 1 or 2 colors at your fingertips so that you can write, say, the black ones can be, major ideas in the margins, like what this paragraph is about or whatever. And then the purple one I can use for my own comments or for questions or for just like putting a big star out by the side and that sort of thing. And there are a lot of different kinds of things that have this dual tip or dual color thing going on that I like for this purpose. This is another thing I got from JetPens a while back. I have 3 or 4 of these around. And these are Ninipais, which have a highlighter and then a pen on the other side, and there'll be different colors and that sort of thing, but this is the gray, and then it's got a black, so you can use this for marginalia and you can use this for highlighting in the text, which I think is pretty neat. And this feels like it's going to serve the same kind of purpose. So if you want to put this in your planner or your notebook or whatever, then you've got 2 pens for the price of 1, and that's pretty good. And at $2 a piece, this is very easy to say, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. There are also a bunch of other different colors. So we've got burgundy, light brown. There's an orange one, which I didn't get, a dark green, sort of a light blue, this dark blue, and then the purple that I have. So yeah, interesting. I'll probably pick up an orange one or something, because I love some orange. Maybe that bright blue. I don't know, but I think this is a fun little thing. I don't know about Writech. Let's see if I can find a little bit more information here quickly. No, I don't really find any information about like where they're made or anything like that, or where the company's based out of. The About Us doesn't tell me anything about that. They have a whole bunch of different kinds of pens and that sort of thing. You can also find them on Amazon, it says. All right, interesting. All right, let's see what happens when we open this up. I'm actually running out of space on my camera card here. Oh, weird. Oh, look at that. They're like oval instead of round. Oh. That's interesting. I've never seen that before, but that's very cool. All right, now I got to make sure I put them back in the right spot. All right, this is the black. Huh. Just kind of poke them back in there, I think. Yep, that's the wrong side. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you just kind of poke it back in there. It does have, looks like a little stopper. Oh, wait, what is that? Huh. This doesn't have one. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, it's got a little stopper, it looks like, so the goo doesn't come out. But this is like something fell. Oh, is that just the color? That just tells you what the color is. Oh, that's interesting. So you don't have to write with it to see what it is. It's just got a little chunk in there that tells you what color it is. So you can put it back in the right spot if you want refills. How about that? All right, well, that's pretty neat. I'm liking this so far. I think this is cool. Thanks, Audrey, for finding me this. That's neat. I've never seen that before. They fit in there very nicely side by side, and yet they have like full-size tips, and it looks like a pretty full-size cartridge in there for these as well. All right, neat. They do have these stickers on them. There's nothing on the barrel, it seems, so you could just take the stickers off and just have the, you know, if you don't like the stickers, you just take that off there. I don't mind stickers on my pens. I'm totally fine with it, but yeah, this is dark blue. Oh, milk tea. I didn't even look at that. Dark blue, milk tea, lilac. I put lavender, but whatever, same kind of thing. And then burgundy red. All right, neat. So yeah, there you go. There's a whole bunch of fun things that you can find at JetPens. I kind of love this sort of, you know, smattering of random and interesting things that you can find to, you know, to spice up your planners and your sort of desk life and all that jazz. Get yourself a sleepy cat. This, as I said, just needed to dry. I smeared it way too early here, so that's on me. Just, you know, give it a little bit of time to dry, especially if you're putting on a rodeo, which, you know, is coated. So yeah, pretty neat. Looking forward to throwing this at the top of to-do lists and letters and things. And these little guys are just going to show up in my planner and stuff like that because I think they're fun. All right, that's it. I will see y'all in another video soon. Until then, think about what you put out in the world, make it a better place. Peace out, like, comment, subscribe, etc. Bye-bye.